FA Cup final day, and it's also the final episode of Season 1 of the Project Manchester United. What a season it's been, and it's being capped off with the FA Cup final. We do have one more Premier League game left against, I think, Everton. However, we have lost out on the title. They pipped us by, if we win both games, by 4 points. If they lose by 1 point, what a devastating end to the season. We'll go through it, of course. Last time, it's actually against Tottenham, but we won 4-0 in the FA Cup semi-final last time out, and then we lost 3-1 away from home in the league. We couldn't handle, apparently, the away atmosphere of Arsenal, and unfortunately, our sheer dominance in this game turned out to be, very unfortunate. And we lost 3-1. That was a big turning point. But we were still within the title. Beat Palace, beat Villa, good results. And then we drew to West Ham with a 95th minute equaliser, and then drew to Everton. And those two draws genuinely winnable. Especially West Ham sitting in about 13th. Everton have done absolutely amazing this season. They're in 4th or 5th actually, and have qualified for the Europa League, but could go up to 4th, or even 3rd. So that's a big season for Everton. Very good. And unfortunately, those two games lost us the title. It's as simple as that, and it's because we're away from home. These players on Football Manager that go invincible or win every game or whatever, even away from home, I don't get how you do it. If we look at our losses, right, because then we spanked Manchester City, the team that's 3rd, 5-0. What? If we look at let's look at our neutral fixtures first. This will be interesting. Neutral fixtures, we've won every game, which actually provides good scope for the FA Cup final. If we look at our away fixtures, taking out no competition as well. If we look at our away fixtures, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 losses, 1, 2, 3 draws, and still a host of wins, of course, against Norwich, Barnsley, Burnley, etc. But quite a few. Now, I haven't seen this, so I'm not backing it up with sheer evidence, but I can assure you, you've had maybe 2 losses, and that doesn't really count because we went all out. We definitely could have seen that game out with a victory. Watford, that's a weird one as well, but our home form obviously is brilliant. Old Trafford is a fortress again. That's normal. I just need to figure out how to combat away games and how to really go into every game knowing, right, we're going to win. And we have obviously done it against some teams. Let's try and find examples here. Tottenham 3-0, Southampton even 1-0, a decent team. Villarreal, Newcastle 4-3. That was an interesting game. There are away games that we are winning. Just need to figure out how to do it. Is it just getting a lot more heavily defensive and going on the counter, etc., etc.? But that is something we will look to next season. We're going to finish the episode with the FA Cup against Aston Villa. The league doesn't really matter anymore, so we're just going to play this off camera, and whatever happens. I'm lost now. We don't care about the Premier League anymore. That's for next season. So we'll get into the FA Cup final, which would still be a good season. The Carabao Cup final, the FA Cup final, and a very close title fight in the league would be a step in the right direction, taken over from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But it's not what we wanted, and it's not what we could have had. We were so close, and that's what hurts. But we'll figure it out. I've also made another tactic. So this is our main tactic. This is brilliant. I'm going to, put Pogba and Mazzola. That might help his form. We've got this tactic, obviously, which was our away tactic, which meant, we had wing backs. These lot were going much more narrow, and these guys were basically the wing options, and we had such a good core in the middle to avoid conceding. That worked quite well for away games for a lot of the season. Kind of dipped away at the end. One that I'm looking at for next season as well is this. Just potentially, not only will we get to test out the new wide centre-back options, but something like that where you just have 3 centre-backs, a DM, on attacking as well, because these 4 here won't attack, the rest will. So we will get a ton of goals. We might be susceptible to a ton of goals or susceptible to a ton of chances, but with 4 defenders basically, we should be okay. Does that make sense? To me it does. That means all of these lot will be absolutely firing. I also think this would work, and that would help even more, for the attacking thing. Maybe we do go ball winning midfielder. Maybe we go box to box, so they're back and forth. We don't necessarily need someone there though. So maybe we go deep line playmaker, and they sort of sit in this hole. If they need to come back, they come back. Something like that works, but we're not going to risk it just yet. We have pre-season for that, and a whole pre-season to think about what we're going to do with the squad, think about how we're going to approach the next season. We also got hit with quite a few injuries. Van der Beek got a serious injury and is out for weeks on weeks. Varane was injured for weeks. Tellez has been injured for weeks. I think it was a month at one point. And we had other injuries, of course. We've been unfortunate, but we'll move past it, and hopefully we can just see this victory through and hopefully take the win. I'm saying hopefully a lot because it would be a terrible season if we don't win this, and it would be a good season if we do. It's that different, and it's time to see whether or not we can do it. So we'll go to the opposition, we'll ask our assistant, we're going to take off that on both. We're going to put these on both, and very simply, that I am happy with. It's FA Cup final time, people. What can we do? I don't even know what subs we have. That was bad of me, but our starting 11 should be 3-0 up. I mean, we've got enough. Our starting 11 should be 3-0 up in my eyes. So hopefully we can do well. I don't want to say any of these really. If you carry your performance from last match, I mean, we beat City 5-0. So hopefully it proves well. But here we are at Wembley. Aston Villa versus Manchester United. They've been on awful form in recent games. We've been on great form, bar the 2 draws. But we are unbeaten. So hopefully it stays that way. Our last final, we went all the way to penalties with Everton. Now, we are going positive against Aston Villa, and we are being quite confident in what we're doing. And I mean, there's an early highlight straight away, possibly. But as Maguire is just going to dribble through the whole team. Lovely stuff. Sancho out to Wan-Bissaka. But like I was saying, Ronaldo, early goal, no. Aston Villa's not a pushover team. They are good, so we can't, sort of say, it will be easy for us. We should win this 3-0 in the first half. I know I did say that. But that's just me being overly confident as Ronaldo plays a very risky ball there back to our keeper. But they're a decent team. Going positive, going this attacking in a neutral venue, practically away from home on the scoreboard could prove an issue. But we're confident in the team. And I don't want to say we've given up, but we've lost patience, I would say, with trying to tactically beat teams. Oh my God, please be on, because that's unbelievable. I don't think he is, but my goodness. I don't know. It is awarded. Unbelievable goal. Let's have a look at this as Ronaldo picks up his 38th. Can he break 40 for the season? Kesse plays a ball over the top, and we're going to call that an overhead kick. Okay, I'm putting that out on the table. As inside 6 minutes, Manchester United pick up the lead 1-0 through a Cristiano Ronaldo overhead kick. Yes, correct. And he gets his second. He's on there. No question about that one. He is looking to break 40 goals for the season, and he may well do that as Wan-Bissaka throws it into Bruno. Bruno plays a ball straight to Ronaldo, and that's 2-0 inside 13 minutes. We could be absolutely demolishing Aston Villa here, taking out our frustrations of losing the league that really was ours. as Ronaldo almost gets a 15-minute hat-trick there. An unbelievable final performance for him so far. And I guess we start looking to next season. Are we happy with our defence? Are we happy with our midfield? Are we happy with our, front four? Of course, we've got Matthias Ginter coming in at centre-back. Does he become the permanent option next to someone? But of course, Varane gets a lot of injuries and we've got to find backup options, I think, for the left and right backs as well because of injuries. And, Mbappe's coming in as well. That's an unbelievable signing for us. One thing we do have as well is next season's transfer budget. Not only have we got 100% retention of the transfers, can we score here? Cleared off the line. But our transfer budget has been up to 115 million. Possibly would have been more if we won the league and this cup here. But for now, we've got 115 million in the bank. I'm also not sure if that will reset at the start of next season. You know how sometimes it used to do that in... has he hit the post? It used to do that in FIFA. You'd have about 300 million in the bank from brilliant sales throughout the season and brilliant work, and then you go into next season and they've given you 20 million. You're like, brilliant. So you kind of had to spend it before it all went. Maybe that's what we'll do before the new season begins. Just really put our markers down for the team. But we've got a plan for the team. Of course, there's stalwarts in the side: Greenwood, Fernandes, Ronaldo, Sancho. I'm glad that worked. I think those four have all been absolutely amazing this season. If we have to drop someone, the obvious choice would be to drop Sancho for me. Greenwood getting 20 plus goals a season and being unbelievable can play as that inside forward on the right hand side with Sancho. So those two will be just sharing that position. I think Mbappe plays on the left wing, Ronaldo goes up front, and Bruno stays in the camp. And then we obviously have our backup options. Do I want a two-striker formation taking place? I love two strikers usually because they can work well with each other. It rolls it back to the years of Andy Cole and Dwight York. So these are things that we'll be looking into for the season as Pogba strikes it and he gets his 7th goal of the season. Possibly playing him as a Mazzala on attack could work well. Are we going to have him here next season? He's been very disappointing. Rashford has been very disappointing. Kesse's been disappointing, although he gets, I think, his 2nd assist to the game. And he's playing well. Van der Beek hasn't been particularly good. Shaw and Tellers have been perfect. Wan-Bissaka and Dalot are okay. I think Wan-Bissaka's been good. I don't know. We've got a lot to look at. But hopefully, I think we're going to go attacking here as well. Try and really see out this game with just a high note, really, as we concede. So that's worked well. But hopefully we have enough of a lead to do so. Now, I want to bring on Rashford. And I want to put him on the left. We'll put Ronaldo up top. Actually, do you know what? Let's try Rashford up top. I want to bring on... For now, I'm okay with that. Or do we actually try our second formation? So it will be Rashford up top, Ronaldo, Fernandes, Sancho, Wan-Bissaka, Shaw, Pogba in the deep line playmaker role on support. I'm happy with that. Kesse here. Let's take you off and put Christensen in. I'm happy with that. Let's try that out. Let's see what happens. Do we concede a lot of goals? I mean, I don't know why we're doing this, by the way. It's 3-1. There's still a lot of game left. But it will be interesting. Maybe we want interesting. Who knows? We're going to keep it attacking just for this moment in time. But it looks like we have seen out this FA Cup final. And our last change will be Anthony Martial on for Jadon Sancho. Good season. as much as we're talking about next season, I think it's very important that we look at this and understand that this has been a very good season for us. We've won the Carabao Cup. We've done the domestic double because we now won the FA Cup final. Our high standards as myself and at the club means that it's been disappointing because we missed out on a title that we were in charge of for so long. But we've put up a very, very close title fight. It could even be within 1 point if they drop points and we win against Tottenham. But for now, we have to focus on what we've done in our very first season at the club. We have done well. Ollie laid the foundations with the signings. We have now turned it into trophies as David De Gea does a cartwheel there. But I think we have to be happy. It's hard to be after losing out. But we've got 2 trophies out of the 4 that we have wanted for the project Manchester United. And that is the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. The 2 domestic trophies, we don't have to worry about these now in the project. That's not our main focus. Now our focus turns to the Champions League and the Premier League. We have got to build a squad that is capable of winning in there, and this budget here could well do that. Next season's minimum guarantee budget is 40 mil. Do we have to spend this? I don't mind, because we've got players on our shortlist that we are looking at. It's just up to me to decide. But we celebrate a double. Very good. We receive some money. We please the board. Everything has been good. We're going to give Ronaldo one last praise. Put our arm around him. Hopefully he stays. Hopefully he stays in top form as well. You would think he would, surely. But that is it. The FA Cup is ours. We've led Manchester United to glory. And let's say we win this game. If we have a look at our... Hold on. If we have a look, our win percentage is 74%. That's a great win percentage to have. We've only lost 10 games all season, 5 games drawn. We won 44 out of 59. It's been decent. We've spent 49.5. We bought in 43.5. Everything is working financially, on the pitch, off the pitch. It's good. We're keeping everyone happy with promises. Overall, we've done well. Apparently they're disappointed with the results. To be fair, so we lost 8-4 on aggregate. But that basically is this season. What I'm going to do, I'm going to play Tottenham off camera, and then we'll do a quick summary of the season, which we've basically just done. So it will be a very quick one, and hopefully just to rub in the pain a little bit. Hopefully Liverpool lose, just so I can say we could have won that title had we not lost to Watford at Old Trafford. The team that were bottom, the team who have been relegated, could very well have killed us and our Premier League dreams. So I kind of want them to lose just to rub it in anymore and make us more aggressive for next season. Let's see what happens. So we have beaten Tottenham 3-0, and we actually experimented with our new tactic, the 5-2-1-2. And it seems to pay off. We're just going on a quick lap around the pitch. 29 shots to 5, 13 on target to 1, 50% possession. And we tested a few things. We tested Fernandes here, like a 5-1-3-1. We then tested it like this, which might work. We might do 2 strikers instead. We might do more narrow and have 2 strikers, a cam and 2 midfielders, etc. That's something for us to figure out and hopefully find something that works. And also we might go positive and shorter passing and lower tempo and do things that might keep the ball, keep our shape, keep a lot of defenders back to see off teams, but also be very attacking going forward. So, we don't have any excuse. But that's something we will look at for next season. Here is the final table. Liverpool did beat Everton 5-0. It's a deserved title for them. We obviously let ourselves down, which is very disappointing. Why is Vlahovic's transfer value so low? That's interesting. But yes, something quite disappointing, I would say, a disappointing season. We received 36.39 million, pay out all of our bonuses, and we'll have a look at the final tables. We won the Carabao Cup. Brilliant, good, whatever. We move on. We won the FA Cup, which is a very important cup. It's lost a bit of its magic to the public in recent years, but to us it's still there. It's still part of the treble. It's still a coveted trophy, and we have won it for United, meaning we've done the domestic double. We were so close to the domestic treble, just 4 points out, and that easily could have been these two draws here, the loss to Watford, and I mean other results. This draw to Wolves, I think they scored in the last minute, didn't they? There had to be something. I know I get distracted, but yes, 90th minute. Those 3 extra points and that win against Watford would have won us the title. So it's something to look forward to next season. We could potentially be lifting the Premier League and, of course, the Champions League, which is between PSG and Milan. But overall, a good season for us. We have to be happy. We finished strong-ish, and we did well. We have to be happy. We look forward to next season, which is going to be an absolute carnage one, because we've got 116 in the transfer budget. Hopefully that doesn't go. I might try and do some business now to ensure it doesn't. But we will look forward to our team. We will plan tactics. We'll try things out. We'll do things that could work. But overall, we've done well. We finished this season with a 75% win percentage, which is brilliant. We've bought 2 trophies. It's not a bad season at all for the first one of the project Manchester United. Top goal scorer Cristiano Ronaldo with 40 goals. That's absolutely unbelievable. Can we have a look at those more in depth? Stats, facts, no, stats, maybe. I can't remember where to find out our things, but we'll do it the old-fashioned way. The most appearances for the club was Maguire and Ronaldo, both on 47. The most goals for the club was Ronaldo with 40, Greenwood with 25, Bruno with 18, Sancho with 16, and Martial with 11. The most assists, Bruno Fernandes with 24, Wan-Bissaka with 14, Ronaldo with 14, Sancho with 10. Breaking these double-doubles basically are the 3 key players, and Greenwood just behind 2 more assists, and he would have done well. They're the best training rating. Marcus Rashford, he trains hard, just didn't have the best. Average ratings, Bruno was our best player this season with 7.85. Cristiano Ronaldo was our second best player, and Wan-Bissaka was our third best player. So good stuff. And we are looking forward to next season. Definitely, we are excited for it, and we will see what it brings. If we go back to our first tactic as well, our best XI based off of stats is this, and a lot of these probably will stay, but there could be a few that leave this club, but we will look forward to that next season. If you have enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, comment down below who you think we should bring in for next season, what you think our results will be next season. Will we do a treble? Will we win everything? Who knows? We have the money for it. We have the players for it. Will the manager have the bottle for it? Before we do end the episode, here is the official end of season review. We look at the new arrivals, and one that has impressed is Kalulu. Although his stats are going down, that could be us not playing him as much. But he did well every time he was on. 7.04 rating, has a potential to be our best right back at the club. So he could potentially come in next season and join us permanently. Isco didn't play too much for us, got a big injury, but he did okay in the games that he played for us. Kese not quite breaking that 7 mark, but he did alright, and the same with Christensen, but okay, doesn't break it at Manchester United. How it unfolded, let's look at the Carabao Cup. Quite an easy first few rounds. then the semi-final wins against Manchester City, and then the win on penalties against Everton with a 70 or 99%, let's say, home attendance average. 99% here as well. Another easy run in the FA Cup. Barnsley, Blackburn, Bolton, Leeds, Arsenal in the semi-final, absolutely demolished them. Then they hit us in the league after, which could have lost us the title. And then we beat Aston Villa in the final. The Champions League started off poorly with a 3-1 loss to Dynamo Kiev. We also lost to AC Milan in the group, but won the rest of our games. Went through to a knockout round where we beat Porto 6-0 on aggregate, but then got beaten 8-4 on aggregate by the team that pipped us to the Premier League, Liverpool. We beat our board expectation, and we had very good runs through it. The odd loss that could have been saved, but we finished second. Good season, second by quite a margin as well. It was a 2-horse race, so hopefully next season we make it a 1-horse race. Our biggest win was the opener. No, was it the opener? I don't think it was. It might have been. Let's have a look. It was the opener. 7-0. What a way to announce yourself for the season. The match to remember was 6-0. The goal of the season was Paul Pogba. A goal 28 metres out. The finances, we obviously made a lot of money. Didn't spend too much money. That is the luckiness, let's say, of being Manchester United. And here is our best 11. De Gea in goal, Luke Shaw, Lindelof, Maguire and Wan-Bissaka, Scott McTominay, Van der Beek, Rashford, Bruno, Greenwood and Ronaldo. Van der Beek, the only one not with a green rating. No Pogba in there, no Kesse in there, the two stars that we were looking to. So that could be a position we improve in the future. We bought Varane in. He was injured twice for quite a long period of time, so hopefully he can work something and get in there. And as you can see, just scraping is Rashford, McTominay. Those two could be out. Even Lindelof just scraping it. We need players up that 7.2, 7.4, 7.5, 7.8 rating, but that is the best 11. The accolades, we won Manager of the Month for November and December. Ronaldo got Premier League top goal scorer. Mason Greenwood got European Golden Boy. The Footballer of the Year was Bruno Fernandes, and the Players Player of the Year was Bruno Fernandes as well. We broke a few records in that mark. McTominay with the worst discipline, brilliant, great record to break. Most Player of the Match awards, Bruno Fernandes. Most assists by a player, 24. Brilliant. The club awards, fans voted Bruno as the player of the season. The young player of the season wasn't Greenwood, it was Wan-Bissaka, so good on him. The signing of the season was Kesse, not much competition. Goal of the season was Pogba. Top goal scorer was Ronaldo. Most assists, Bruno. Most player of the matches throughout the whole season was Ronaldo and Bruno, both tied on 10. The highest average rating, 7.8 for Bruno. Unbelievable season for him. And most passes completed per 90 was Victor Lindelof, a key in that defence. But a domestic double, not bad. And as we said before, thank you for watching. Goodbye.